Ronna McDaniel is the RNC Chairwoman. She's got a big week. And Ronna, thank you for your time today and for being with us. Good morning to you. How much of this do you want to be about each other? And how much of this would you like to see about Joe Biden?
Well, in my dream world, it would be all about Joe Biden. I don't love seeing Republicans attacking each other. It's fine to contrast issues, but I want to keep focused on what our pledge was, which was beat Biden. People are hurting. We're in Wisconsin, which is a battleground state. Cost of living is up. We know gas prices are up. We know families are dealing with financial death by 1,000 cuts under Bidenomics, and they want to see us talk about issues. But I want to see our candidates contrast our vision for America versus the failure of Joe Biden.
Caller number one here is Doug High. He's a veteran Politico kind of guy. He's said to the Wall Street Journal that candidates must take a risk at the debate. Otherwise, it's simply rearranging deck chairs on a boat that's not leaving port. So why would anybody expect anything to change? And one of the things I think people are wondering as they look at this debate is we know former President Trump isn't there, though he has a commanding lead amongst this field. And you also have the record of the Republican Party from 2020 and 2022 being a disappointment. What would be anything different this year than those previous ones?
Well, I think, Dana, the biggest difference is right now, I think a lot of people haven't been paying attention to politics. This has really been the first summer we've had post-pandemic where we've been able to be with our families or get our kids off to school. So I view the general election as starting right now, where we really do get to talk about Joe Biden and what he's done to this country. You can talk about 100,000 deaths from fentanyl. You can talk about an open border with record migrants crossing last month, 183,000. You can talk about crime surging. We can talk about the deficits that kids are facing in the classroom, especially in reading and math, where we are behind the world on these key metrics. So when we talk about those things, and then you talk about school choice and law and order and closing the border and shutting down fentanyl, we really can make a mark. And it's going to be independent voters that we're going to need to win this general election. So I don't look at this as the primary right now. I think the general election starts tomorrow.
Well, and you're going to need voters in Wisconsin, too. Just a question about that. But before I do that, give a listen here. This is Olivia Dalton with the traveling with the president yesterday to and from Hawaii.
So you plan to watch the Republican debate on Wednesday?
I don't know. I sure hope not. I hope for his sake.
So I don't know if folks at home caught that. I don't know. I sure hope not. And then the laughter, and I hope for his sake. Wisconsin is a battleground. I don't know if it's Ohio or Florida from 20 years ago, but how do you see it now, knowing how close it's been the last two cycles?
Well, I have a feeling President Biden's going to be on a beach somewhere in Delaware eating ice cream. But what I will say about Wisconsin is it's a purple state. Look, they have a Democrat governor, a Democrat senator, a Republican senator. We had key ticket splitting in 2022 in the midterms here. I think the Midwest, you cannot win the White House electorally without a state in the Midwest, and Wisconsin is going to be a pivotal state to winning back the White House for Republicans.
A month from a month from next week, you'll have the second RNC debate. You increase the requirements to get on the debate stage between now and then. Do you expect to have the same number of candidates on the stage next month as you are going to have tomorrow night?
You know, I don't know. What I will say is when we put out the criteria for this first debate, we had a lot of people saying, our hand-wringing and saying, we can't get 40,000 small, unique donors. And every single candidate for president running on our ticket, we're able to meet that threshold. And they've met a lot of the polling thresholds. So we've seen these candidates work hard. We felt that this criteria was critical to put them in a position to be viable, to win the nomination and win the presidency. We're pleased to see that. We're glad we have 8. 8 is great. And we look forward to as many who can make it for Simi Valley at the Reagan Library in September.
Okay, but first step is Milwaukee, and we'll see you there later tonight and again tomorrow. Thank you, Ronna, for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.